Why
First
you
of
had to say
all,
something? You should have just kept going.
You should have just kept going, talking about I'm
it is
the
what it
looking
is.
ass.
Hey, well, now, well, I'm going to say the same shit anyway.
But
Here's my point about.
since you came up with the topics, you got it too.
All right, then. Well, let me say this about the Raiders right quick. Apparently, for the Raiders, it's a culture issue over that within that team.
But it's been like that.
Damn drunk. But man, wasn't nobody getting drunk and driving 110 out there in Oakland that we knew of.
Well,
That's because they was taking it out.
Ain't no room in Oakland to drive 110.
And also they was beating people asses on the field, so they didn't have to go out into the streets. They was decapitating folks on the field.
But
you must forget, Dre said they still finding heads chopped off on Greenleaf. So
I'm saying let's not forget about Jack Lambert and Tatum out there breaking motherfuckers' backs for no reason.
I mean, but on top of that shit, but let's think about it. It was nothing smart about taking an NFL team to Las Vegas.
I said it. I didn't think it was going to be.
You know what? I kind of disagree.
I thought it was going to be gambling.
Me too. I thought it was going to be gambling, but it's a lot of shit.
But it's the city the city never fucking sleep though. It's always somewhere you can get in trouble.
That's my point.
Yeah,
that's my point. It's always something.
No way.
You get a drink somewhere. If you got any kind of issue with a substance, they got it for your ass in Las Vegas.
Anywhere. The concierge will go get it for you.
Exactly. He got fucking crank and meth in his pocket at the stand. Like, what you need? Like, hey, you can get it. Like I say, all of a sudden, man, here y'all go. I'm like, Vanessa, I thought it was gonna be gambling was gonna be the problem. Negroes betting on their own games and shit.
Right. That's right. That's somebody throwing a game to pay off a debt or something. That's what I thought.
Hey, look, and we still got room and time for that to happen.
But we do.
But apparently, right now, it's a drinking problem going on.
Yeah, once you get rid of the speeding on the strip, then you're gonna get the gambling issues.
Yeah.
Because the only thing we're gonna see one of these players come up missing, and then you're gonna hear links. Oh, well, he was in it with the bookies, and then there it is. That is.
Oh, yeah. I can't hear shit. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yo.
That shit legal out there.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, and then your prostitutes ain't that far off either. So, hey, you got what you got if you want it. And that's something that the next coach got to consider. Like, hey, this is what I got to put up with out here. You know what I'm saying? So you come in there, you want to do all that happy, enjoy shit.
I mean, hell, they got to watch who they hire. Get the wrong motherfucker out there.
Yeah, you got to do some. You got to do some.
Them fuckers live wherever they want to.
Yeah, it's probably just like it is in New Orleans. Like, I know
they're all over the place.
lives in the city, but everybody else kind of lives around, like in Metairie or Kenner.
Well, all our players was on 1-year contracts, so none of them had homes here. They were staying in apartments.
You just what? What you say?
Said most of our team was on 1-year contracts, so they were staying in apartments. they didn't buy no house. They don't even buy no house. They just here. They all gone now. Hey, that's just what it is.
And speaking of gone now, we welcome everybody to the Russ Podcast. Again, this week is Tuesday. We up in the space. We up here. So far, we ain't got our regular couple of live mouth. Shout out to Harold with still this quote unquote tendon injuries and other things going on.
He got COVID in the anus.
I got COVID in my
he got
anus.
COVID as soon as he found out he was 0-4.
Once them Cowboys lost, he got COVID.
Yeah. I mean, shout out.
Shout
out to him. If it's a fact that everybody's sick, well, we wish you well. If you bullshit, no, we're gonna see you again.
That's probably why she
gotta say Washington football team or whatever.
It's the Washington football team.
Next
Washington Renegades. Renegades.
If they call themselves the Renegades, I'm gonna lose it.
But that wouldn't be much better than the Bullets. Let's not forget that was their basketball team. It was the Bullets.
I mean,
shit.
They was good. They were winning.
But they still
instead of the Wizards.
Nah. Hey, without the Wizards, we don't get 75-year-old Michael Jordan still trying to hit a crossover. So
hey, look,
I'm saying
it's the Wizards.
He did.
And
that was the only time he did it all year because them knees after that ACL said, "Hey, bro."
He said the knees.
Them knees was like, "Nah, bro, we ain't doing that no more.
Yeah,
Let's cut that out."
Like, oh, you must have forgot.
It's your one highlight right there.
I'm telling you, because when I hit, let me tell you something. When I hit 35 and I tried to hit one of them dunks that I used to do, my knee came down and said, "Hey, bro, we finna go sit down on this bench over here and let somebody else take your spot." And the damn show what happened. I was like, "All right, I'm done for the game, y'all. I'm good."
Man, I don't even jump no more.
Family Guy saw we have no choice but to go to complete muscle failure.
I'm telling you. Oh, y'all young people to see when y'all get old.
Yeah.
I'm 42. I know what you mean.
Oh, what's up on the list? On the list of topics.
First of all, I'll be 50 this year.
Oh, well, that ain't on the list of topics, but
it is because you know what's not 50? The time it took us to win the championship.
That was a horrible ass segue right there.
I don't care. This right here.
Segue. Hey, we finna roll up into this breaking news.
I'm gonna talk about it all episode.
People going bye. Yeah.
Hey, bro, nobody.
Yeah.
We the only. Yeah, I mean, because nobody beat us this year. Nobody.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Anyway, speaking of not getting beat again, and not talking about Harold, let's talk about Sean Payton going into retirement. Riding off into the sunset. It was announced earlier that Sean Payton.
Harold's Cowboy jerseys. Oh no, we're not talking about that. Okay.
But
I'm sorry.
As, Payton was the coach of Vanessa's team. We're gonna let Vanessa off her 2 cents about why did Payton decide to hang it up now? What was the deal? What's the future? What we think?
Fuck them. Fuck them Saints.
The floor is yours on this right now.
Fuck
I know
Saints.
you had. I know Arthur Blank happy he retired.
You goddamn right we had.
I think it just comes down to fatigue. Being in one place for 16 years. That's pretty much what he alluded to. He tried to make it seem like he wasn't burned out, but if you watched or looked at him at all, especially like from the hurricane all the way to the end, the injuries and everything, I think he was just worn out. Honestly, I really thought he was going to leave when Drew left. That's when I was waiting on the announcement.
I was actually saying that you did call that once Drew Brees announced his retirement. You came out and did say that Peyton will be right there with him. You did say that. I
thought he was going to leave with Drew. So when he stayed, I kind of thought, well, maybe he wants a new challenge because he's had Drew for all this time. He's never been able to get in his bag with a quarterback before because he didn't really have to do nothing different with Drew.
Then he realized he had Taysom Hill and Jameis.
What I did find for all the people who were making the Cowboy predictions, he wouldn't even say the Cowboys' name. He just kept calling them that team during the press conference. I'm
gonna make my prediction. I'm making my prediction.
He might go next year, but
he gonna retire. He gonna sit out this season. Mike McCarthy gonna get fired, and Sean Payton will be the Cowboys head coach.
And to piggyback off of Tony's comment about Mike McCarthy, I just want to point out again on the air that Mike McCarthy is just a cockeyed Marty Schottenhauer.
God damn.
That's it. I just want that on the record.
But wait a minute, does Marty have a Super Bowl?
Hell no.
He does.
I didn't know if he did when I saw
he got it with Karen. He got it with Karen up in Green. Karen Rogers.
Marty?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was a coordinator, wasn't he?
Yeah, he ain't got one as a head coach. He ain't got one. Let's just get it out there.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, Wade Phillips got a Super Bowl. I'm just saying,
But Wade Phillips actually was a good coach.
I mean,
let's not forget that. Wade Phillips was a great damn coach.
Oh, he was a great defensive guy.
No, when he went intern with the Cowboys for that 1 year, he made them fuckers start winning, and they was running rush out on everybody, and then they fired his ass.
I really don't think Sean will go to the Cowboys.
We can't hear you, G.
He's used to being able to do what he wants to do or what he needs to do, and not have to go through Jerry, who is the de facto GM. He's never had to do that before.
Well, right. I mean, one would think that you're correct. We all remember Bill Parcells making his comments about Jerry without calling Jerry's name about buying a girlfriend.
He damn sure did.
He said what he said, and he wasn't lying. But here's the question that comes to mind, though. If you're a Cowboys fan or a Cowboys hater like myself, it's like, at what fucking point do Jerry Jones get out of the team's own way? Ooh.
When he dies. Okay. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. When he dies. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what I said.
That's when what's his name got out of the Raiders' way when he hit the casket.
Oh, Al Davis, because Junior letting them do whatever the hell they want to.
Yeah, he handling business, and maybe his son will do the same. That's all I'm saying is. But I mean, if he does, he does. I'm sad to see him go because I've weathered some horrible seasons as a Saints fan.
Welcome back.
Did you cry?
We still have coaches and stuff in place. I am optimistic that with what we've put in place, because he's leaving, everybody else isn't.
For now.
Who that?
Harold.
No, I've never been as delusional as y'all. I've never in my life been as delusional.
Wait, first of all, wait a minute. Are we talking about Aaron Cowboy fans, or are we talking about Harold Cowboy fans? Because this is a difference.
I don't sound like any Cowboys fan. I feel like
the one with the Walmart jersey.
We have a chance to, as long as Mickey is still now. If Mickey was leaving too, I'd probably be panicking.
Hey, you can tell this ain't Walmart. This is all stitched because we don't do the cheap stuff for the champions.
Not to dwell on the Cowboys. I mean, you know what I mean. But
no, we can talk about the Cowboys.
Whatever he decides to do, whether he stays out, he goes to TV, or if he comes back and coaches next year, he's earned it. To me.
Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's do a little sound check. Hey, G, can you say something, man? You can hear us? Well, we see your lips. I can't hear your lips and shit. But we know you're there. You got to.
So, you know what he's doing right now? That's the same conversation we have. That's the same conversation we have with Harold. His mouth moves, but real shit don't ever come out.
Yeah. Lil Movement ain't saying that. It is in Vanessa's point. Like I ain't gonna tell on the Cowboys.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yay!
Now.
Check.
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear us? All right. Listen to this.
Yeah, I hear y'all.
All right. So, like we said off the air, I really believe Peyton gonna do a year on TV. I think he gonna show up at Fox. That's also contingent upon if Troy Aikman is gonna leave and go to Amazon.
He needs to. Troy needs to leave.
I was leaving. I swear. I saw
his trash.
You saw what you say?
I seen something online.
I saw something that he is leaving.
They said it's still rumored. It ain't been decided yet. It ain't been decided. Last thing I saw, it was still rumored.
Hey,
because Amazon gets rights.
Leave me Tony Romo, and you can take Troy.
Well, I mean, you can take Joe Buck because them damn hair plug implants.
You can take Buck too. You can take Joe Buck too.
But
hey, Peyton might just.
But depending on
what you wasn't going to say, no, Mike.
Yeah, Peyton might just be taking a year off to avoid that cut somewhere else because, like I said, the Saints are in trouble, like cap space wise, and they got to re-sign some people. And that whole quarterback situation, I know that was bugging him this year because Winston is good. He could be a little bit better.
You are breaking up.
I
know what you're trying to say. I know what he's trying to say, and the thing that I tried to get across to the Brady lover was that.
You mean Chris? I'll call his name out for you. I have no problem doing that.
It doesn't. That part of it doesn't make
sense. That boy loves him some Brady.
Any situation that we're in, him and Mickey together, they're the ones who made those issues. Now, as far as the cap thing, we're always in cap trouble. I don't even worry about that anymore because they'll figure it out. Mickey always does. And Tony can vouch. He's got one of Mickey's disciples.
Hey,
GM.
let me tell you something. I
Figure it
appreciate that
out.
because this dude is a genius. Because we had like $5 in cap space all year, but we kept signing people, and I couldn't figure this out. I was like,
I know
where you
that
get
there's
this money
like
from?
4 or 5 contracts that have to be. They're probably going to be restructured. I wish they could cut Pete's big slow ass, but they did just sign him, so I think we have to.
Hey, if y'all want to get rid of Kamara, we'll take him.
No, we know it's getting rid of Kamara.
I got questions
all right,
about Kamara and Thomas. I'm like, they seem to be a little bit. I don't know. This is my scenario.
Shut up, Jared.
I don't know none of it, but I'm just making this up in my head. But
That's what's up, Jared.
Like what you said earlier. It's like, look, you had Kamara kind of. I think yesterday it might have been in the news saying he was kind of meh about some things in the future. Thomas is kind of, we don't know.
Well, both of them are under contract. So
first of all, Thomas is not as important to the Saints as Kamara is.
He isn't.
Slant boy can leave. Slant boy can actually leave, and I think they get better.
You're right, but I mean, I'm just saying, if you look at it on paper, you got a lot of question marks. To me, from over
when
here,
did Kamara say he didn't know what he was going to do in the future?
Well, he didn't say it like that. It was when he said something like he was like waiting to see what Sean was going to do. It kind of alluded to that. Like, it was just some. I had to find the article and send it to you.
Yeah, because I didn't see that. Gail Benson.
I don't think she know what the hell she's doing either.
I got you, Jared.
Miss
Mr.
Benson. If he comes back and starts talking to people, we got some other problems.
Then that's a whole zombie. That's a whole zombie issue we got going on.
Football is secondary if Mr. Benson come back and start talking to people.
Just don't come to Atlanta. We still full. We still full.
What y'all gonna do with Ridley?
With who? First,
what
I'll address that in a minute. I'll address that once Aaron gets done.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing. Ooh, I'm glad you said
No. Wait.
Our management's not that bad.
Their owner is heads and shoulders. As much as I hate the States organization,
frankly,
we're not finna trash.
They
owner is great.
And Dennis. He leaves a lot. She leaves a lot to Mickey and Dennis. It's gonna come down to what those two want to do.
I'm saying he said it could. He didn't say it would. He said it could.
Nah, it's the difference between ownership.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but still, you still got to include include the players. Man. That's the key point. You got to include some of the key players in the decision.
But that's what they do in New Orleans. They always used. Let me. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Ness, but Sean used to always talk to Drew about personnel issues on New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
He was always included. That because Sean Payton is a player's coach. He's never left his players out. And now just because he's gone, that came from the upper management too. They's like, well, what do y'all need? That's what I like. And that's the same thing with Arthur Blank. He's the same way. He said, he tell the GM, find out what they need to get it. It's the same way.
Yeah.
But in Houston,
what I don't want
it ain't steady what's going on in Houston.
Say in the coach because I don't want to end up in a Tampa Bay situation where they all like this one person and they make him the coach, but that person is not good coaching material. I can't judge Dennis Allen off of the Raiders because the Raiders were already snake bitten to begin with.
That's true.
But I do know a lot of the players like Dennis Allen, and they did, especially the defense, they didn't want him to leave. And a lot of people were thinking that this year was going to be because of how well the defense did, despite all of the issues, that people were going to be looking at DA as a head coach. And I remember a lot of the players making little jokes, but not really jokes, like, well, what do we got to say bad about him so y'all stop talking about coming to get him or whatever. So if it was going to be a player plug, it would probably be him. But I would like them to look outside the organization too.
All right.
We are one of them because Terry will be like, Kamara, we used to run together down in New Orleans. So, we got spots. Cordell Patterson was only on 1-year contract. So we got a spot.
Some people were talking about him or Flores.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave Ty Bull name out of it now. I ain't got nothing to say about him. G, I think you had a question with Tony earlier, just a minute ago, about something y'all was gonna discuss when Aaron was talking. I'm just giving y'all the floor right now.
Oh, he was talking about Calvin Ridley and what we're gonna do with him.
Yeah, it's been some noise being made about him, the way he ended his season and him going somewhere else. So I'm just wondering what Atlanta gonna do, because if Sean Payton, with him leaving New Orleans, they're up in the air, and if Tom Brady leaves the Buccaneers and they got a bunch of free key pieces that are up for free agency or leaving, who's they gonna win the division to?
First of all, whoever wins 5 games gonna win this division.
Is this true?
I'm just letting you know. That's just, and that could be the Saints. The Saints defense alone can win 5 games by themselves.
Look, 5-12 go to the playoffs.
I think I found
Going to the playoffs.
It won't be a wild card.
It won't be a wild card. They'll be a top 4.
I think I found the report that Adrian was talking
Michael
about.
Thomas.
Kamara said he was not 100% committed to putting ketchup on his fries.
Huh?
That's what it says. Because somebody asked him about Sean not being 100% committed to coming back, and he wrote, "I'm not 100% committed to putting ketchup on my fries. Please tune in to Fletcher Macro's report to find out what I did for dinner later."
Well, maybe I need to have. Well, maybe we need
the
to.
only report that I could find of Kamara saying he's not happy.
Can somebody tell Kamara 5 guys in Atlanta has real good fries?
If you read through the lines, you can find something there.
Okay, I got a question for y'all.
Wait, I didn't answer your question about Calvin Ridley.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So the rumors that I've been hearing is I've heard it from both sides. One side said we don't know about his future yet, and then other people are saying he wants out. And of course, a rumor is a rumor, but also the people on the side that says he wants out and he's open to a trade, the Falcons would be looking for a 2nd-round pick for Calvin Ridley. Because he's pretty much he is the number 1. Me, do I want him back? Not particularly. I understand your mental health might not be right. So if that's why you leaving, if you left for the season, you go ahead and leave football. Get your health back and then come back. So with you going, you weren't on the team this year. The way I am, you can't do nothing for my team. We need to move on. So trade him, just like with Julio. Julio played 4 fucking full seasons, and people were mad when he got traded. Why? We got the 58th pick for him. Thank you, Tennessee. We appreciate that. Now we got 3 picks in the top 70. Thank you very much. Guess what? One of those might be a wide receiver that can take your spot. Because you only had 1 touchdown this year, old bust ass.
I'm in a fan group, and those Titan fans, man, it's a AFC fan battle group, and them Titan fans just knew that Julio was going.
Nah.
And you know what? And I got a lot of love for Alabama, but Julio, he's been through a lot.
Let me tell you something. Like that's it. Any team in the NFC South will tell you Julio is not durable at all. He will make 1 or 2 great catches, but then he got to go sit on the sideline for 3 quarters.
He
is not a
80-yard catch, and then he'll be out for the next 5 plays.
Look, Julio Tennessee was just about as much sin as
and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Tennessee won this trade." I was like, "Nah, bro, we fleeced the shit out of Tennessee. We fleeced the hell out of them."
I mean, how many games did he even play this year?
He played like 5 games.
He didn't play very much.
So his average for either 5 games, and then he made an appearance and shit on the bench. But I mean,
okay.
How many catches did he have in the playoff game? I'm just saying.
He might have had 2. Had 2.
Y'all gave up a 4th round. Y'all gave up a 4th round. A 2nd round pick. Really? I appreciate you.
You
okay.
You would swear that whoever used to be Houston's GM was over in Tennessee doing some trading and shit, because that shit was terrible. But
there's no trade left on Julio's tire. His shit is balder than any bald person that you know. Aaron, take your skull, okay? Let me see how bald you are. It might be bald as you. So we know that beard still don't connect.
With the coaching carousel that's going on right now,
okay,
I got a question for y'all. What are y'all top candidates and why?
Flores is my number 1.
Flores is number one by far, and it's not even close.
Well, Enemy too, though. That's like.
Hold
Nah,
on.
I'm still not
Let's
sold
get
on
clarity.
Enemy.
Let's get clarity right quick. Hey, just top coaching candidates, period? That's what you're asking, right?
Available coaching candidates.
All right.
That's Flores.
All right.
I
That's
think
Flores.
Enemy. Just side note, I think Enemy is going wherever that Kansas City dude that just got hired as a GM. I'm willing to bet.
Not Enemy. What I've been reading about him is one of the reasons, and this could be, I don't know if this is a racial thing, because it happens like that sometimes. But they were talking about the skeletons in his closet and why people should stay away. And they were talking about some things that he did in his history, like harassment issues, grabbing women in the parking lot, type things like that, talking to them crazy.
Like Peyton Manning type stuff, right?
Well, he didn't. He didn't exactly
all day long.
If he been black, I bet he wouldn't have been elected.
But the thing about Peyton did it one time. They said Benjamin has a history of it.
What about Roethlisberger?
He said, I don't know, man. He was already in seat. Nobody was going to hire him.
What about that kicker?
I mean?
What about that Giants kicker who beat on his wife?
I kind of see what Q is saying. Like on one hand, you could say it's a racial thing, but then on the other hand, it could be being hypersensitive now. Because it's one thing to already be in the seat like Peyton was, like Roethlisberger, where you're kind of trying to sweep it because they're already in the seat. And then it's a whole nother thing where you're trying to bring somebody in and then you find out they've got all these issues that could come up later and bite you in the ass.
And so when they're trying to set the culture.
Gruden. That was 5 years ago. Oh, he from New Orleans? Yeah, he got skeletons in his closet. And see, and that's why I said it's a double-edged sword. Like you said, we all said that earlier, that I don't want to go, I don't want to go here. So it's a double-edged sword to where there's people are talking about no black coaches in the NFL, but what black coach wants to take one of them jobs where you're basically just setting yourself up for failure?
But you're right, Vanessa. But what we know though, the only time a black coach gets an opportunity is when it's a trash team.
It's a trash team. They get in there, they lay down the foundation, and they come to save.
But you could say that about any coach, period. Because you look at us before Sean steps down. He's been in the seat 16 years. We're not looking for another coach. He's been there since 2006. But we got Steelers. They take one dude and they ride with him. They did that with the last coach. They're doing that with the coach they got now. But everybody doesn't do that.
But it's precedent. It's precedent that we've discussed it offline before about when it's a shitty ass team. That's when they apply the Rooney Rule. Bring in a damn black coach. They get the draft picks. They start to build a foundation. And I always point.
Yeah, they did that with somebody this year.
I went to Arizona with Denny Green. They did.
Hell yeah.
Who was that? They did that this year because I was like, that was a bullshit firing.
Oh, you talking about when Gruden came in for no damn reason and didn't have no more winning?
Tony Dungy got fired with a winning record, and you brought Gruden to play with the Super Bowl with his players.
Well, that's the one thing about it. When I talk to Bucs fans about it, they say that Tony Dungy couldn't build the offense there. But that's besides the point. Tony Dungy, I'm glad you brought him up because he was talking about this, and he says it's really about fit and all that. Because what happens is the NFL says, or people say, oh, but there's no black coaches, right? We don't have enough black coaches like right now. So what they do is they overreact and they just go reaching for black coaches. It's about finding the right coach and the right fit. So just because he's a black coach and he might be a really good coach, he might not be the fit because he might be a defensive coach, but you have all these offensive pieces. So it's like what I'm saying is hire the right fit.
I don't doubt that there's racial disparity.
Hold on, Vanessa. Hold on a second. Aaron was talking.
Order.
Talk over each other.
Order the coach.
What you about to say? And then Vanessa.
Mm-hmm. I think more
Yet
so.
the defense won the Super Bowl.
I think because I think where they were going with it. Yes, yeah,
That's right. Your
yeah,
head coach is supposed to coordinate everybody.
yeah. The end of the
Ever since
I mean,
95.
but the head, it's always going to be the head, man. I think when I talked to the Bucks fans, what they were getting at is Tony Dungy was an amazing coach. And wait, what's the dude's name? I forget his name. The one that got fired in there, Oakland, Las Vegas. When he took over that Tampa team, he helped that offense get them over the hump. They're not denying what Tony did because Tony he built that Tampa 2 defense, and they had all those defensive players come together. But as far as all couldn't get them over the hump. But I got all the love for Tony personally. I'm a Colts guy, so I.
Hold on, Tony. Vanessa,
you know I
hold your thought. Vanessa, go ahead and say what you was gonna say.
I was just going to say that I don't doubt that there is probably some racial elements with some teams. I just don't think it's all 30 teams. I think some people just have shit ownership that just can't tell talent. And
I agree.
Houston.
For the last month, they don't give these teams enough time. You can't go to a team like the Browns. I mean, they're doing better now, but I mean, for years and years and years, Detroit as well. You can't go there and think you're going to have this overnight success where there's just been nothing but crap for like the last 25. You have,
but it's like a win now league now because they see these new quarterbacks come there and these offensive guys, and so now everybody's expecting to win so much faster, and now these guys have shorter leases. That's what's really sucking people up because some of these GMs suck. You have to get that. It's the 3-headed monster. I think to win in the NFL now, you're gonna need a good GM, a quarterback. You're gonna need a good head coach.
And you need a good Wi-Fi connection.
Look,
Jared, the enemy is from New Orleans. He might come home.
Let me say this before I forget, because I will forget. You know I'm old. I want to jump back on the Tony Dungy thing. Yes, Chucky might have came in and had a better offensive game plan, but the problem with that was, let's not forget, when they played the Raiders in the Super Bowl, the Raiders and the Buccaneers were running the exact same offense. That's why Chucky won that Super Bowl. He knew what the plays were going to be. Exactly. That's the only reason that they won that game. He knew what the other guy was going to call. He set that system up with the Raiders. So when he gets to Tampa, now you got a number 1 defense. You already bring it over your offense that's arguably just as, I mean, Rich Gannon was a great quarterback for the Raiders. He was. Yeah. But he wasn't as mobile. So when you had Sapp and all his friends running at this statue, the outcome was there. The Bucks didn't have to score no points because the defense was setting them up inside the 20 damn near every time.
Exactly. So let's
not give this man a whole bunch of credit. He was offensive genius, because if you look at the seasons after that,
I've never thought
shit was horrendous. Shit was horrendous.
But I want to add context to what Tony said, what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Because
the next year was the Patriots was the. Because I was in Korea when the Patriots won their first one.
Anywho, what I was gonna say though.
Say what you guys say.
Tony. I mean, because we're not gonna act like Brad Johnson changed the game when he got the
correct.
Tampa. I'm like, exactly. Brad Johnson was the quarterback. He was the quarterback. So no matter what the hell they say about Dungy, at the end of the day, that defense is what got. Because hell, if it wouldn't have been for one good ass pass by the Rams that previous year, Tampa went to the damn Super Bowl. They held the Rams to shit the whole game. And then I think it was Isaac Bruce got away on one of them damn fly routes. So that's how they ended up getting a little more points or whatever. But Tampa Bay did their job. The quarter, like I said, when Dungy built it, he had a winning record. They fired him. You brought Gruden in. And the defense was
4 Pro Bowl Hall of Famers on his roster?
Yeah, on his roster. And then you got Brad Johnson, lame ass. Brad Johnson was not no goddamn I can't think of anybody better than I don't even know. He wasn't even Rich Gannon.
He was Trent Dilfer. He was Trent Dilfer on Viagra.
He was Trent Dilfer on Viagra.
He had a good year with he had a good year with John Gruden that year though.
Who? Brad Johnson?
That's because he had a good defense. I mean, the same thing with Dilfer.
Like Tony said, the defense set him up. Well, good year, single year.
He had
a good year. I don't think he's a good. Saying he had a good year.
We're gonna put it like this. People will give Gruden credit for winning that Super Bowl just as much as people give Trent Dilfer credit for winning that Super Bowl. That's the same amount of credit they get.
Same
scenario.
But Brad Johnson was Trent Dilfer was worse than Brad Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they both had one defense.
Both the defense, those defenses were spectacular, but Trent Dilfer's they were on the same tier, but he was less.
Rob Johnson still ain't one. Rob Johnson still wasn't putting fear in nobody's heart in the South.
Because if you think about it, like those offenses still put up what like 30-something and 20-something when they played in the playoff run they had that year with John Gruden.
14 of them was defense. For at least 2 touchdowns on the defense.
I mean, that's true too.
Hey,
I mean, that's kind of like how everybody want to talk about Brady leading his team back, but that's the conversation that I reserve for Mr. TJ.
Hey, AC. Hey, AC. Let me tell you how this vaunted Chucky offense that was scoring offense and 30th in passing touchdowns in 1995 during their Super Bowl run. But they also had the number 1 overall defense that was the number 1 scoring defense that would cause the most turnovers in the league.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't Chucky. It was all Gruden.
It was yeah. I mean, but since we on Tampa Bay, we were decided that Gruden wasn't shit. So that's established.
Yeah, Gruden ain't shit.
Gruden wasn't shit. Brad Johnson was trash. So
and them Tampa Bay fans that say he was, they don't know football and they need to stick to the Indians.
They go there. But see, we on Tampa Bay anyway.
Hey Cam, there it is. There it is, Cam. You don't know shit.
It is.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All right. Shout out to Rick and Pro. But you know what? Hey, so we talk about Tampa. Let's talk.
They're not changing my statement.
Hey, Brady say he might hang him up. He ain't decided yet.
Hang him up.
5 wins, wins the South.
Toast to that. Get his butt out of here, man.
What you got to say about it, Eric? Clearly, we know Q's opinion on this one is based on his damn screen name. So.
No. You know mine.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, that's pretty much a nice damn way to wrap it up right there, and I can appreciate that.
You know what they say?
But see, now I gotta look up what he said.
Hey, Tony, you got an opinion on that?
That fuck him. Oh, I feel the motherfucker stole my goddamn dreams. Fuck him and the vagina he came out of. I don't care.
All right.
Anything else you want me to say? Shit.
That's the
I can't wait for him to retire because I can't wait for these Tampa Bay fans to come right back down to earth.
They're gonna go back to New England. He gonna go back to New England. He gonna go back to mac and cheese.
He gonna try to slink his ass back to He gonna try to slink his ass back to Patriots, but I told him, like I made all them posts. I said, don't let him back in. He don't deserve it.
Okay, I got a question. Who gonna go back first? Chris to New England or Harold to the Cowboys?
Harold to the Cowboys.
Harold to the Cowboys.
Harold to the Cowboys. Because we gotta.
I don't believe it.
We're not letting that happen. We cannot. Hey, we gotta band together and not let it happen.
No, we already called it. We screenshot it.
We said 6 weeks. We said
I
6
thought he
wins.
said it, but I told y'all from the jump. When he first started saying it, when he made his little announcement, I don't believe that shit.
Dude, this is the third time that I've known him that he's done this.
But that's the thing, though.
All of a sudden,
They're gonna make a good pick, and he's gonna be back in the driver's seat. Like when he played the Bowl, once they got CeeDee Lamb and Michael Parsons, or is it CeeDee Lamb and somebody else? He was like, "We gonna win the Super Bowl." He pwned there, and that didn't happen. So
dude, he say that shit if they pick a punter in the third round.
He's already saying next year is y'all's year.
Like I said, win.
Y'all will get there in 2 years. I'll say that because
if Jerry gets out of the way.
Yes.
I mean, look. I mean,
y'all have the talent. Y'all have the talent.
Not when they quarterback doing a QB draw with 14 seconds left in the game with no timeouts.
You know what? Dak Prescott remind me of a Troy Aikman in the sense of he ain't no Super Bowl champion. I'm not saying that. I'm not comparing them like
overrated.
That. What I'm saying is they're both as far as arm talents go, they're average to good, but as far as intangibles, like they're good leaders. But think about what's his name, Dak. He needs like a good run game with him. You know what I mean? He's not. And
he need to learn how to read defenses. He can't read defenses either.
Yeah. Bring Tony Romo out there stand. Bring Tony Romo out there stand.
Dude,
I say bring Tony Romo out there.
Man, Tony Romo be sitting up there calling out defenses and offensive plays during the game. Like, hey, he's like the new Madden. He's literally up there like, all right.
Tony Romo never got his flowers. Tony Romo never got his flowers.
Man, fuck Troy. Fuck Troy, be no overrated ass. Don't belong in the Hall of Fame.
But let me.
Whatever, Jay Cutler got better stats than Troy Aikman. Fuck overrated ass Troy Aikman.
I gotta go into something. But let me circle back to something Jerry said earlier on the side of the screen. We talked about Tampa Bay having retread players and Sean King being the QB against that game against the Rams. I forgot Sean King existed, first of all. Talking about the white boy, the half black boy in the newspaper. I mean,
we're not talking about that one.
No,
not that Sean
King. Not fakeness.
I mean, I forgot Sean King even existed. I mean, but it raises a bigger point. I'm gonna tie y'all's comments about Dak back to the earlier comments about the lack of the black coaches. And the point I'm going to make is that it's a lack of mentoring and quality coaching in places. If we don't have good because you're talking about the black coaches might not fit. Well, if we ain't got black coaches that fit, or whatever,
no.
Why the hell we ain't into it? No, I'm just saying. No, it ain't a shot at you. I'm saying if we want more diversity in our coaching in this league, then why y'all not doing what the hell y'all need to do to get these people up to par, to get them coached up? You shouldn't be no goddamn OC or DC or whatever, but 20-something goddamn, like that dude that was coaching the Texans. Yeah. Like, man, why?
See,
why you on the sideline 25 years ain't nobody coached you up? That's a problem.
No, all I'm saying is with the fit, like, right coaches. So now they're just rushing like, oh, I got to get a black coach. I got to get a black coach because it's a bad look. And it might not be the right fit for any of the black coaches around the league. But it might be a time when there's a bunch of black coaches that are in position and something comes open. And then they're like, oh, we got this many black coaches. Don't worry about it. When there's actually a perfect fit for a black coach who's out there for candidate.
No, I mean, no, and I got your point. I got your point about fit. But you raised the bigger point of
you must got a black Wi-Fi box because that ain't working either.
Anyway, I'm like, why are we not mentoring these coaches to create the diversity and to raise them up through the ranks? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because like right now with the Giants, I think they doubling down on some guys, Dabble or some shit like that. Like, why is this dude this hot commodity? We ain't never heard of him. He looked like the damn dude that coached Detroit to me. You know, but why is this guy? Oh, what makes this guy great? Oh my God, we're gonna interview this guy twice. Why? What makes him special? Why we keep why we keep recycling the same style as coaching?
And like right now, what I'm hearing, like and they're hot on Ryan Poles. I forget who they're looking at him for a GM, and then they're talking about Jim Caldwell for the head coach job. That's who they're hot on. Now, me as a Colts fan, Jim Caldwell, I don't believe in him because I remember that shit that happened when we played. All he did was run the same stuff that Tony Dungy already had set in place. He couldn't make a decision. Now he went to Detroit, he had some success up there. You know what I mean? So I don't really know. I just know I don't want him coaching my team. You know. So is that the right fit? But they want him to go to Chicago.
Hey, Caldwell went to Wayne Funks. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they're talking about
Chicago.
That's what the reports are saying. That's who they're hot on right now.
Now that's your point about shit not fitting. I'm going with that right there. Yeah, like no, ain't no reason Caldwell to be in Chicago. Shit, I'll take Flores in Chicago. I think that'd be a great ass matchup right there.
And another thing, my fault.
Yeah.
Well, see, another.
Don't make you a good coach.
Yes.
That's
exactly.
That boy
yes.
Dan Quinn.
What's his name?
I just said Dan Quinn.
No, not him. Not him. The other one. He be the head coach. He went to San Diego too. No, not that clown.
You talking about Vance?
No, it's an old white man. Shit, y'all know
Zimmer?
what I'm talking
North.
about. No, Turner.
Oh,
yeah.
That some bitch ain't never been a good head coach. He's a hell of a coordinator. He ain't never been a good head coach.
But he's a damn good coordinator.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. The GM who is a head coach and who ain't. Like y'all saying, your coordinator don't make you a good head coach. And that's another head coach. They're a good person. So if you're a defensive coordinator and I got a brand new quarterback and I know I'm a defensive coordinator, that doesn't mean I can't have an offensive mind, if that makes sense. Like it's an offensive league now. You can't crack people hard and all that defensive game. So if I'm a defensive guy, I'm gonna coach my defense up, and my defense gonna do what they gotta do. But I gotta get a smart offensive guy that can this young, because that's what's killing there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Belichick, old damn. Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah, your owner's dumb.
I mean, the owner.
Texans made the mistake of gambling on Bill O'Brien, and they crapped out.
Well, first of all, that's true. And then they gave some bitch more responsibility. The more losing he did, the more jobs they gave him. Like, this makes no damn sense. And then the old man died. Old man, whatever his name was. Yeah. And then the son, who clearly don't give a shit about the team, Cal, he don't care about the team. That's something like, I own the team. Y'all do what y'all do and let me know what happened. He don't give a shit. So he is literally like the worst owner. You don't.
He don't go to the games. He out of the
Not
team
even here
somewhere.
locally. He don't even be on TV down here. They don't talk his ass about nothing. Like, and which I still need it. I still wonder why the hell Jerry Jones is the only owner that gets interviewed at the games. I still ain't figured it out yet to this day.
You only see Gail when she's doing shit around New Orleans that don't have anything to do with the Saints.
Man, you don't see Grandpa
Hey, how many times you see Arthur Blank get interviewed? How many times you seen him on TV?
They be catching him in between owners meetings, basically.
You see him. You'll catch him down on the sideline every like twice a year when we win a game. That's the only time you see him.
Jerry Jones, only one in the interview. Jerry Jones, only one on TV after the damn game in the locker room. Hey, you know what? We got to do better. Why? Yeah.
You got to get out of the way of your own franchise.
Look, I mean, like I said, look, we're going to wrap this topic up when I say this right here, but like I always remind you, I'm a Cowboy leader. But
Me too.
Even I can admit, man, that the team that y'all got right now, minus Dak's old naked head ass being a weak arm sissy, outside of him.
Oh my God, you can't say that.
I can't say weak arm?
No, you know what I'm talking about, old bust ass.
Here's the point. But I mean, his bow tie and soup eating ass.
That was our monetary value on this episode.
Outside of this guy, you got a squad. You got a squad. But on being real, Dak better than Brad Johnson. So you got a team. You got talent to get you to the championship, at least if not the Super Bowl. And you got this trash ass coach and Jimmy. Yeah. I mean, but you keep hiring coaches that don't fit.
Man,
that's saying a lot.
I think the big thing is these owners, because they much money, they look at it not always in the right aspect. I feel like the owner, all you got to do is cut the checks, but you need to hire the right GM. The GM is where it starts at, right? So once you have that
GM and the president, you the GM and the president.
Hey, Michael Jordan learned that lesson in Charlotte when he got out his own damn way and started hiring the right people. The team started doing nothing.
You have to get the right people. In the GM, they gotta find the fits. You gotta find the fits for your team. You got to find the fits for all of that. Like you really gotta. Okay, you're building a culture. You gotta have somebody that's gonna be a stand-up guy, a guy that can set a culture. You don't want to bend over, but you also want a guy that can do players. You got to find that right mix. And there's only so many coaches out there like that. Like some guys, they look good when they're calling plays, but that's all they're good for. They just play callers. They're not a leader. The problem that they have, like they just hire these people that are good play callers, and they get there and they can't lead nobody. So it's just a lot in there to understand. You got to figure it out.
You know what? And look, and segueing from that about people hiring the right people and GMs and all that good stuff. That leads us into yeah.
The Saints.
Yeah. Don't be desperate. That's all I'm telling anybody. Don't be desperate. Mm-hmm. But again, like I said, talking about people being desperate and wanting to leave places. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Why?
I mean, because we like to make fun of people. I mean, what other reason do you need?
The only people I like making fun of are Cowboy fans and Harold and CJ from time to time when he starts showing drinks.
Aaron Rodgers, man.
So he really did say that.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Well, I wasn't sure because sometimes people be putting those pictures up and the shit be fake. So
where did he say that at? What he said it?
He said it was at the bottom of the damn screen on ESPN. When I saw it.
Okay.
Oh, was it on that Pat McAfee show? That podcast?
Nah. I don't know where they pulled it from.
When I saw it, it was very shortly after the loss. And I think he just did Pat McAfee again.
Okay.
Well, the rumor is wherever Cameron Rodgers goes, that's where Devontae Adams is going too.
Man, I was reading some stuff, man.
You saw that, right?
Yeah, and I was reading some stuff, and it got the fan group going crazy right now. I don't know. I could be wishing on the star.
Let me ask y'all something. What make y'all put this much trust in the Aaron Rodgers? This is all I want to know. Why are we giving this man this much trust that he can get the shit done?
Trust to get it done with.
Okay, I got a question.
Anywhere he goes.
Like,
So
I don't believe he can do it. I think he's
question?
washed up and he needs to retire.
That's what I'm saying. Why we still giving this man props like he's one of the best quarterbacks out there right now?
He is one of the best quarterbacks out there. Like we give Aaron,
he put up 10 points with Devontae Adams and Jones on the squad with Torrin as tight end. He put up 10 points.
So I know
in this.
I don't know if you play football, but okay, you're a Marine. I know
I was a slot receiver,
right?
All the time.
0 degrees.
So
you gonna drop the ball, you gonna fumble, it ain't gonna be like that. You gonna have to run the ball.
This is first year playing. This is first year playing in Green Bay.
No, it's not. Weather? Okay, I got a question though.
So you know what? Let me ask you, because you in the military, you know what climate, getting climatized is, right? You stay in a certain area so long until you get used to it, right?
Okay.
We did that all the time. So we would go out to 29 Palms where it was 130 degrees to get used to it, or we go up to upstate New York where it was 3 degrees, get climatized, stay used to it, and then it didn't affect us no more. This motherfucker been in the same spot for 15, 17 fucking years, and you telling me he's still affected by the cold? I'm not giving that.
Cold, listen, cold is cold, but I said receivers dropping the ball. It's not like he was just overthrowing people and stuff like that. Like it was a lot of drops. Like people.
So I got a question. These receivers not wearing these little stick-em gloves that everybody got now. I mean, Odell Beckham catching shit with 3 fingers.
But is that if I throw a football in my hands
with them gloves, I'm catching it. With them gloves, I'm catching it. Barehanded,
but
if I'm back old school, I'm dropping it.
But I'm saying they're the ones that dropped it. Okay. 70 yards, right? He didn't. Hold on. Let me not excuse him from anything. I'm not excusing him from anything because he didn't play his best game, but he damn sure didn't play his worst game.
7 years he hasn't played his best game.
You said what?
In 7 years. In 7 years, he ain't played his first game.
Exactly.
Because he got 2.
Look.
He got 2 good ones.
Hey, LaFleur looked like he didn't know what the hell was going on out there. He was on the sideline.
But my point is, we keep making excuses for this guy. Every single year, he come out relaxed. Every single year, he's like, we got this. How many number 1 seeds does this motherfucker need to win a fucking Super Bowl? How many?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
How many times do he have to make it to the playoff? He is
clearly it doesn't do them any benefit to have the first seed.
9 in the fucking playoffs. He is 7-9.
If you don't,
Brett Favre didn't lose as many games in the dude.
Okay, I put it to you like this: if you don't think Aaron Rodgers is that good, answer this question. Give me 7 quarterbacks you would take over him in the NFL right now.
Right now,
I feel like I'm watching Kung Fu Theater when you talk.
You say what?
I'm gonna fill in the blanks and shit. I gotta fill in the blanks in between the spaces and shit. I'm looking at the screen like this so I can get the whole story. Go ahead, man. No. I just had to say that out loud.
No, give me.
Oh,
go ahead, Tony. It's on you. That's
right.
Your question.
Easy one is Patrick Mahomes. That's easy.
All right.
Justin Herbert. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
That's you.
Joe Burrow. So
hold on. So off of you going off of there, Joe Burrow's second season. We don't.
First of all, I've been a Joe Burrow fan since he was at LSU. Nelson can tell you that. I've been hyping this dude up ever since he got into the league. Joe Burrow is the truth. Don't think that motherfucker.
Yeah. Don't forget, Joe Burrow's at Ohio State. He is an
LSU product.
He didn't play at Ohio State. He played at LSU 2 seasons and put up mad numbers in the SEC.
He would not be in the NFL if he did not come to LSU.
I agree.
That's 100%.
I think
Urban was
there.
So I think Urban was still there. I think Urban was still there.
Urban was there. Okay, so you.
I mean, 3.
You said Pat Mahomes. I agree. You said Joe Burrow, of
course,
and you said Justin Herbert.
I guess, but I gotta have Jamar Chase when I get Joe Burrow though.
They don't work like that.
Wait a minute, Aaron Rodgers got Devontae Adams.
What about Derek?
He ain't always had Devontae Adams.
Wait, yeah,
I don't trust Derek Carr.
I don't trust Derek Carr. Wait, are we talking about John Gruden, Derek Carr, or after Gruden, Derek Carr? Because that's a difference.
He the same quarterback.
You're right.
I think Derek Carr.
No. He got much better once Gruden left.
No, I think Derek Carr is a solid. I think he's a solid quarterback.
You got to.
I think Gruden
He didn't. Gruden was trying to get rid of Carr from day one. He came out and said that wasn't his quarterback. He was trying to get rid of Carr. So when you look at Carr when Gruden was there, he played like shit. When you look at him when he left, he got way better. I'm not saying he was a world beater, but from
I think he's the same guy. I think he's been solid person. I just think that people
a full year without Gruden because Tony is right. You did see a difference when Gruden left.
You see a difference.
Gruden.
In fact, you got to look at the whole Raiders team. Look at the whole Raiders team when Gruden left. Look at that whole Raiders team.
But he played years before. Team. He played years before Gruden even got there, though. To me, and he had some good years. That's what I'm saying. I think I think he's the same guy. He's the same guy. He just he had some hiccups.
He's still quarterback.
So you're taking Derek Carr over Aaron Rodgers too?
I didn't say that. That his name was just put up there. I was just that wasn't me.
We said we don't trust him right now.
Who?
Josh Allen. Tell me I'm wrong. All right, then.
Say Kirk Cousins, you got to get muted.
So we're talking about current
Russell
quarterbacks
Wilson
that are playing now. No, not Russell.
I'll take Russell. They the same guy. He's just short.
So you know what you're doing right now. You're reaching for straws at this point.
How am I reaching for straws? You said who I would take. How's that reaching for anything?
You talking about
Daniel Jones?
I wouldn't take a Daniel Jones to a dog fight.
Hold on, I don't know about that. I think Daniel Jones.
Hey,
Daniel Jones around the Kirk Cousins level. He down a little bit.
Daniel Jones is white Mark Sanchez.
I would take
Don't say that.
over Aaron.
You take who?
You say
Prime Breeze over Aaron.
We're talking about playing now because the last 5 years,
nobody answered me, and Jared said Brady, and I was just saying
okay.
If we're bringing Brady into this,
going into next season.
What?
We don't know. Brady's in the air. Yeah.
Then there isn't 7. I don't think there is 7 going into next season.
You're trying to.
Yeah.
No, just in the NFL, if you could have any pick of your quarterback, give me a take over Aaron Rodgers.
I'll tell you what, if Harold was here, he would say Tua. I guarantee you that. Harold would say Tua. He would say Tua.
Harold puts his ribs in the oven too. We ain't listening to him.
But no, sir. No, sir.
Harold ain't got no room. I ain't taking Tua to the stand, please. Tua daddy beat him into being left-handed. I can't trust that guy, man.
And that's the only respectable answer to say.
Nope, I'm still taking Joe Burrow. Yeah.
But see, Burrow's really good. I don't judge quarterbacks before 3 years in. That's just my personal rule because you don't know.
This motherfucker got more wins at Cincinnati than they've had in 30 fucking years. And they've beaten some good teams
cool
to get there. When's the last time Cincinnati won their division? Look at their division.
Oh no, I'm saying that, but look, that's what I'm saying. I think Joe Burrow's trajectory is crazy right now. I think he's going to be
Cincinnati.
All I'm saying is he hasn't played 3 years.
What you're saying makes sense though. What you're saying, Q is right though. You could get like a flash in the pants, and then all of a sudden everything goes just go downhill.
That's all I'm saying.
A flash in the pants is Kirk Cousins doing the thing in Minnesota. That's a flash in the pants. Flash in the pants is Ryan Fitzpatrick when he comes in.
Since you brought up,
as a backup.
Well, a lot of people thought. A lot of people thought Baker Mayfield because he had that good rookie year. That's like, oh, Baker. Look at the Browns.
Yeah, they did.
No, a lot of people were talking about
Mayfield.
First in year.
SEC
fans didn't think that. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. Vanessa, what were you about to say? I'm coming back to you right quick.
Oh, I was I just wonder why people still believe Kirk Cousins can play. It just confuses me.
Hold on, y'all. What the hell? Kirk Cousins.
I'm still screaming out Skull.
Hey,
that was hilarious.
Let me give y'all some context though. Let me give y'all some context on the Kirk Cousins thing. It was reported yesterday that Carolina might be a trading spot for Kirk Cousins.
They what?
So
who?
Carolina might be a trading spot.
Like they didn't already ruin their life with a fucked up trade, but go ahead.
I mean, first of all,
that ain't the move.
You are correct, but why the fuck? That's my question. Why in the entire fuck does anybody believe in goddamn me Kirk? I'd rather believe in Jack and the fucking Beanstalk than Kirk Cousins. Yeah, this is the only fool who got a guaranteed contract. No.
What?
Why you keep saying that?
No, Kirk Cousins is decent. He on that same tier as Derek Carr and let me see another quarterback, Dak Prescott. Like they're all on that same tier.
And
really
are.
He's worse.
Yeah, bro. Kirk Cousins.
Garoppolo the next level. Garoppolo right here.
Aaron, don't get Kurt Warner mixed up with Kirk Cousins. That's what we doing. That was old Nick Foles. Nick
Foles.
Yeah, Foles.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles doesn't have a quarterback.
He got the same stats in the Super Bowl as Aaron Rodgers.
If I had a mute button right now, Aaron ass would be muted for saying Kirk Cousins won Super Bowl. You need your ass whooped in public.
Look, one of these Cowboys fans, we got to have a Cowboys fan if you're talking nonsense. So Harold's not here. It automatically falls to Aaron.
Now, again, Kirk Cousins got a guaranteed contract for Minnesota. All this money guaranteed.
But man, people talk.
And then you want to.
Football is the ultimate team sport. It's 3 phases, and this is my biggest thing, and this is why I have my disdain for Brady. It's mostly because his fans. Whatever Brady does is always him. He brought the team back. He did this. He did that. Okay, it's 3 phases. If we got his name was clowning Aaron Reese, Brady got to get that same moat. Rodgers did what he did enough for that team to win, but that special teams were out there playing like some assholes. They showed up. The defense did their thing. It has been, but then when he loses, when you look at it, and they're gonna say, "Oh, Aaron Rodgers, he choked again," right? But in all actuality, he didn't choke. Guys out there dropping balls. They make the play, and they go up the field for 75 yards. They missed the field goal.
But if they had won the game with him doing all that, they would have gave him all the credit.
Yeah,
so
and that's my thing. So quarterbacks get too much credit, and they get him. Is all I'm saying.
I will say it's LaFleur's fault. He never should have left it for the special teams to win anything. I don't think he called a good enough game, quite frankly.
We called a bad game last year.
And that's the thing. He's an offensive guy. Offensive guys are supposed to be the ones who ain't flinching. They're supposed to be the ones out there playing aggressive. You know what I mean? You watch that game against the Bills and the Chiefs, those guys like, oh, no, we going for a 4th down. We got to go. Because they know you can't leave just field goals out there. Because they know Patrick Mahomes, he coming back. Josh Allen, he coming back. And that's how they had to look. They slept on the Niners. They was like, oh, Jimmy G sucks. We don't need that many points. But in the cold, it don't matter. You still got to score points. And they had to be. You're right, LaFleur, he didn't coach a good game.
I tell you what about Aaron Rodgers, though, and why he gets some of this extra heat. Because Twitter was tearing his ass up as soon as the game went off. And he deserved it. Because you can't talk all
he talked too much
season and keep coming out pocket. You talk too much.
He talked too much. Yeah, I agree.
And that's why he get all. Yeah. He deserves all the smoke he done got because you open your mouth. And then with Brady going back over Tampa.
again, Aaron running around talking about he a bad man, discount double checking everybody, but
Yeah, should have had all state.
His record in the playoff don't back up his statement.
But you know what though? But it was Stephen A. Smith. But however, Aaron was throwing fingers up and talking shit in Chicago, talking about our own
y'all.
Was.
Yeah.
Now you're at the house. Now you're at the house.
He do talk about shit.
He do on Chicago.
Because you don't. But 49ers on your ass in the playoffs, so you might need to shut up. He 0-4.
Oh, did you hear? Did you hear they was talking? Robbie Gold and them boys, man.
Yeah, I heard.
For the Packers. I ain't mad at them. A lot of people. I don't even think.
What pinpointed that game to me was when they showed Robbie Gould out there practicing field goals while they was out there doing the damn intro.
That he already knew he was gonna win the game.
Yeah, right. I was like, y'all out here slapping hands, and my man out here kicking field goals.
Hey,
right.
He focused. My man focused. He let you know what they were gonna do.
That's so crazy. That's another thing. So that the kicker for Green Bay, how you gonna a 47-yarder and it's short? The way these 60-yard field goals and it's 47 yards and you short, that's crazy. Like I don't understand.
He must be from the Pac-12. He from the Pac-10 or something.
I'm just saying, man.
You do know they heat these motherfuckers.
But I don't get paid millions
to
do it.
Not ice cold. Y'all do know that, right? You do know that.
It was 0 degrees.
My dad told me
10 degrees out there.
You do know they have these big ass containers they keep the balls in, right? They keep them warm, right? They're not frozen. Y'all do know that.
Oh no, yeah. I know that.
Okay. I still got to make sure because I know Harold ain't here, but I got I'm hearing him in my ears.
Okay, I got a question for y'all.
Fuck that. That's my killjoy.
So my question for y'all is: when y'all watch the Rams and Bucks game, do y'all feel like that game, the way it ended, was it more so about what Brady did, or was it more so about what the Rams didn't do?
It was about what the Tampa Bay defense didn't do, if you ask me.
Yeah, they blew coverage.
They blew coverage. You can't convince me. Then they said Cooper Kupp was supposed to be the decoy on one of them damn passes.
He was wide the fuck open. Open.
Like this dude here. First of all, you got a neon? Okay.
I wouldn't tell nobody that.
Hey, dude.
That's not a car though.
Do your neon do it drive without being in gear? You know, like some of you just go. Like that shit could be in park. That shit still roll.
The first question is, do it drive?
Hey, people used
to the mailbox.
So,
but go ahead.
I feel like
I'm sorry. We got the neon. Throw it up.
Get me throwing up some shit like that. We get distracted.
Everybody talking about how Bowles he blew that. But if you think about it, the defense is part of the reason that they were still in it though. So that's kind of like in the gates, like the defense was, but in the end, so it's almost like the defense was not even a.
But the cover zero, dude.
Let's not forget their defense was still hurt. This is not all they starters, so they still don't have their choices.
I'm tired of that excuse.
Wait a minute.
Step up. They always say you gotta step up.
Wait.
Man up. Next man up.
Wait.
I know what your beige ass is. I know what your beige ass doing over there.
You know what I'm doing.
They don't hurt.
Your punk ass.
No. AG, because these motherfuckers used the same exact excuse against me against the Georgia-Alabama game, saying, "Oh wait, they was there. That Afro motherfucker sitting right there. That motherfucker. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Him." They always like, "Oh, we got injured. It don't count." I was like, "Oh," but now you see how it turned, right? You see how it turned back on them, right?
But the thing about it is, they was injured coming into the game. They didn't get injured during the game, so they game plan not having them guys.
No, they don't. No, they starters are still hurting.
But that's what I'm saying. They game plan.
But in Tampa Bay's case, let's not lie though. Your center was wounded. And the other guy that was a big part of your O-line,
Tristan Wirfs.
The tackle. The right tackle.
Was that evil redhead out there? Was the evil redhead out there?
When your center crippled, though, hey, that's a big thing though. You got a crippled center. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know if the redhead was out there. That's all I want to know. Was the redhead out there?
But understand that, but this is my thing. They shouldn't even got there. Okay, they was up how many points right before the half, and Cam Akers decided to drop the ball right there on the 3-yard line, the 2-yard line. So then they canceled out the points they were gonna have right there. Then you go into the next half. Yeah, Akers fumbles again. Cooper Kupp fumbled. They hiked the ball to the 10-yard line over Stafford's head,
and he's Stafford ready for
it. Stafford almost fumbled again. I'm like, this is this is Atlanta all over. With disrespect, but I'm like, it was like.
No, you're right. You're right, but
fuck Tampa Bay. Oh, what?
Nope.
You said what?
Yes.
Well, actually, I think they probably will, because
I think they get over that hump.
Look, they got been winning.
Been winning.
The 49ers only have 50% of
hold on, stop. Aaron, go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead with your question. Everybody, hold on. Go ahead, Aaron.
No, because they have to win the Super Bowl for it to be a shot at Jared Goff. They got to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. They got to win it now.
Yeah.
They got to win it.
Otherwise, you the damn Warriors. You know,
like Gigi just said, they built this team. They brought in Von Miller. They brought in Stafford. They brought in Odell. They made this squad to win the Super Bowl. So if you don't win the Super Bowl with this squad, it's a failure.
Yeah,
it's a failure.
But everybody builds a team. Everybody builds a team to win the Super Bowl.
But no, they specifically brought in. They specifically said Stafford is better than Goff.
They've been doing this ever since.
Stafford is better than Goff.
He is. So if he don't even make it to the Super Bowl, in the Rams' eyes, Jared Goff got us to the Super Bowl. Why can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, it's an ultimate team game. It's still an ultimate team game. If that offense goes out there and plays,
so
you need,
this team
at least
one
2
Jared Goff was on.
Yeah, I say they are.
So if they don't win the Super Bowl, if they don't make it to a Super Bowl, then what? The team's better.
You the Cowboys.
But it's not that much crazy better because they had some players on Goff's team. They
just won the quarterback.
It's either win Super Bowl or bust for the Rams.
It's Super Bowl win. It's Super Bowl win or bust.
Yeah,
they gotta win it.
Because the AFC, I mean, I guess we gonna assume Kansas City gonna get there. I still think Cincinnati got a shot.
I'm pulling for Cincinnati just cause.
Yeah, me too.
It'll be tough for some years.
Oh, it will. Yeah. Cincinnati gonna be tough
for some years, boy.
Once they build them lines up, they're gonna be serious. That O line and D line.
Yes, they build up Cincinnati, Buffalo,
and 49ers get back.
Ooh, Buffalo gonna be Buffalo once they start working on their defense because they need a total defense.
San Diego
they kept spouting that all goddamn week.
Yes, but we already know how that goes.
San Diego still gonna be San Diego. Though.
Most of that defense came against their own division. So
San Diego's the West Coast Cowboys.
Hey, Denver get a quarterback. Believe it or not, Denver get a quarterback. They'll be
playoff. They won't be. Yeah, that's about it. They do need a quarterback.
Aaron, we're gonna defer to you. What you saying, Aaron?
What you saying, Aaron?
Hold on. Did we do the reviews? Who got what last week?
You got your piece of paper
last week. We
don't care about all that.
Yeah, I got it.
I got like 1 or 2, but I got 1.
We don't care about all that.
All down.
No, care. I gotta hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
You ain't finna hear nothing because can't nobody find.
I want to see who picked them Bucks.
Okay,
I don't even remember who I picked.
Harold was 1 and 3. He picked the Rams. Tony was 2 and 2.
I'll take that. Rams. There you go, player.
Aaron was 0 for 4. I was 3 and 1.
Who was your one loss?
1 and 3. Huh?
The Bucks.
Who was your one loss?
No, my one loss was the Bills. I picked the Bills.
Oh, okay.
Right, what the hell? What did I have, Vanessa?
0-6.
You were 0-4.
God damn, I got all 4, bro.
Yes.
Shit.
We count the national. We were counting national title games too.
And then Q, you were 2-2.
2-2. Cause them damn
Everybody let me down.
the Titans. Them damn Titans.
You knew Julio.
Tannehill.
You knew Julio.
Get his ass out of
I'm
here.
telling you what messed most of y'all up. Everybody picked Green Bay but me. That was the first game that fucked everybody up. Because I picked San Francisco and y'all picked Green Bay.
And that's why I'm not picking Aaron Rodgers.
Damn.
Busted ass.
Hey, he can come to the coach. He can come to the coach. I'm with it.
I'm telling you what, if he come to the Colts and bring Devontae, y'all got a serious shot. Y'all got a serious shot.
Wait, Carson Wentz, man, he got to go.
All right, let's do the picks now because I got to go eat. Y'all keep me past my bedtime. You know I'm old.
All right, hey, let's go ahead and wrap it up then. Picks for the weekend. Vanessa, who you got?
I'm going to pick the 49ers because I don't want the Rams to go, but I really don't think they're going to win, but I'm going to pick them anyway. And I'm going to pick Cincinnati for the underdog.
All right. Tony?
I'm picking the Rams because fuck Kyle Shanahan.
All right, then that'll work. It works for me. It works for me right now.
I'm saying I'm gonna pick Cincy just because of Joe Burrow. Just cause.
Q?
I'm gonna go LA, get over that hump. They 0-6 against Niners. I think they get over their hump, so I'm gonna go LA. And I want to go Chiefs, but I'm gonna go Cincinnati because I think Matthew.
Nah, you go ahead and pick the Chiefs. Don't you come jumping on the Joe Burrow bandwagon.
No,
I like them boys. I like Jamar Chase and them boys. I like them boys. I just thought that Tannehill wasn't gonna be no asshole.
Nah.
I'm gonna pick Cincinnati. What the hell? Aaron, who you got, man? Man.
No.
Rams Simpson. Oh man, I gotta go Rams Simpson, man. Look, I don't really like the Falcons. I mean, I ain't a Falcon person, you know, but
What you mean Falcons? They got shit. I'm sorry, they got shit to do with this.
No, I just hate Shanahan. I hate Shanahan for y'all. Yeah,
I appreciate it because you know I can't stand that.
I mean, they're both NFC West, and I hate them both. Whoever wins, I hope they lose in the Super Bowl.
I hate Shanahan because he gave Brady another Super Bowl. That's why I hate him.
Exactly. That motherfucker don't know how to call 3 run plays. Like I say, I'm still mad about that.
The Rams coach get on my nerves. I hate his ass, but I hate Shanahan more. I'm like, you know.
Hey, let me just make a point out. Let me just make a point for you, Aaron, at AC. I want y'all to pay attention. Right. When Matt Stafford win the Super Bowl, that'll be another title going to the UGA. Just saying.
Man, you know what?
He from Texas. He from Texas.
Appreciation.
I don't care. Our school don't count. He's far removed. He climatized. Now.
Hey, look, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. I
Go Dogs.
Star here, Q in the house.
Go Dogs.
Ain't shit. The state nor the team.
It don't matter. We got a title. Bitch.
Look, y'all pray for Harold. You know, we got his titty tendon is still sprained apparently. His wife is sick. You know, we pray for her. Harold, we don't care so much about. Yeah.
We pray Harold get a neck.
We worry about Harold. Harold got.
Pray Harold get a neck. That's it.
Pray for his neck.
He get a neck.
If he had a neck, would he have caught? If he had a neck, would he have caught COVID?
I don't know. You know, his shampoo is Head and Shoulders. You know that, right?
You know what? Everybody, good night. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Peace.